This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the Premier Trade Market Wrap.
This is the Market Wrap on a Friday. Jack Lott here on the James Dix Financial Network. The markets traded lower, triple digits lower, over 200 points most of the day as a result of weak earnings from a variety of companies, and oil hitting $90 a barrel. In business news today, workers at Chrysler's pickup truck plant in suburban St. Louis rejected a tentative 4-year labor contract between the UAW and the automaker. Union officials said workers were bothered by the contract's creation of core and non-core workers at the Fenton plant, with newly hired non-core workers being paid a lower hourly wage. Northern Rock plc said it was replacing its chairman after 2 months of troubles during which the mortgage lender took emergency funding from the Bank of England and saw the first run on a British bank in nearly a century. Defrauded investors in Fannie Mae are getting a $356 million payout from securities regulators stemming from the mortgage finance giant's settlement with the government. And government-controlled investment funds from China, Saudi Arabia, and other countries will face pressure this week from finance ministers of the world's richest countries concerned about their lack of transparency and potential to gain stakes in companies linked to national security. In Forex news today, the dollar hit a new all-time low against the 13-nation euro, breaking through the previous record set a day earlier as the U.S. currency remained under pressure. The further dip in the dollar followed another weak economic report from Washington. Currency trading markets are likely to see extensive volatility in the week ahead as Forex speculators are largely unsure of what to expect from this weekend's G7 summit in Washington, D.C. The event has historically forced extensive moves in the Japanese yen as well as other major currencies, and this particular meeting should be no exception. Many believe that recent official commentary on exchange rates will not be enough to influence all the G7 financial ministers and create a distinguishable difference shift in the accompanying summit text. Proponents of such arguments claim that the pressure from European politicians will be unable to convince U.S. and Japanese officials that such rhetoric shifts are in their best interests. Extended weakness in the Japanese yen and the U.S. dollar may produce a fairly significant shift in text regarding currency policies among the G7 ministers. The trade-weighted U.S. dollar index now remains at its lowest level in nearly 3 decades, depreciating nearly 5% since April's G7 summit. Scheduled economic reports coming up next week include the existing home sales report for September, durable goods for September, new home sales for September, and the October consumer sentiment report. In earnings news today, Wachovia said net income fell to $1.69 billion or 89 cents a share in the most current reporting period. Google Inc. said net income for the third quarter ended September 30th rose to $1.07 billion or $3.38 a share. McDonald's third quarter earnings climbed 27% to $1.07 billion or 89 cents a share. Caterpillar said their net income for the 3 months ended September 30th increased to $927 million or $1.40 a share. Scheduled earnings reports out next week. Apple expecting to report pretty good earnings because of iPhone sales. Merck, Royal Caribbean, BP plc, American Express, Netflix, 1-800-Flowers, Amazon.com, UAL Corp, Anheuser-Busch, Motorola, Boeing, and Microsoft all expected to report earnings next week. Some of the stocks in the news today. SciTech Industries reporting third quarter income of $52.4 million or $1.06 a share. Intuitive Surgical reporting third quarter net income of $40.9 million or $1.04 a share. And finally, Steve Madden Limited said that unnamed third parties have expressed interest in buying that company. And that's the Market Wrap on this Friday. Have yourself a great weekend. I'm Jack Lott on the James Dix Financial Network.